2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
10 cycles. Ready.
Off the play fake. Archer. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Black Ultra. White. Blue Strikers. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Archer hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Amari Barno, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
They were the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Commanders nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off 4 games to City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's 1st play.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Perriman. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Archer now throwing on 1st down. And they'll get this just to the 47th, 1-yard gain.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 47 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bailey. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
Complete to number 8. A 28-yard gain.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-7.
Commanders 7. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here we go.
Back to throw is Archer on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
The quarterback.
Amari Barno in there there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Cut it.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
21. Commanders 7.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Archer. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Butker on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score. Chiefs 28. Commanders 7. Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here we go, set.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Off play action. Archer. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And take it right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Archer. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. It's another pass to Perriman, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Ready.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Here we go.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Right, 97. Cut.
On the counter, Langford. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Stop short of the goal line. A gain of 7 yards.
They'll run for it, Langford. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extend,
he's got a man, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for KC, 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On play action, it's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half.
Commanders 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is... Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half.
49. Commanders 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up second and 1.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard. He's got a man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Mahomes pass complete to number 29. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
7 yards.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Yellow. 43.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Commanders 14. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Archer. It's caught. Here's Langford. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Archer. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Mahomes. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Mahomes to throw once more. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He finds his man complete. That's Sherman. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Archer. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Archer on 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. Back to throw. Archer. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built on the efforts of this defense.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Come on, set.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Archer to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Commanders 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to the ground, this time Langford. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Off the play fake, Archer. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught at the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Chiefs 72, Commanders 14. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Archer. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Kansas City, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.